Mm-hmm. All right. This is Rich Vernadeau, the director, producer, creator, and writer of CIR, The Merge, as well as the original Crazy Insane Radio. And tonight, they're not in character. We're dealing with the actress tonight. This is going to be an interview with the actress, Hettie Walters, who plays Imogen Slakowski. And, of course, most of you know Robert Berry as the Murgatroyd serial killer. He has, of course, played a couple of other roles, too, including Inspector Henry from Great Britain, who came over. But anyway, tonight, they're not talking about their characters. They're just going to be themselves, and they're here to answer questions for us tonight.
Hello.
How you doing?
How is everybody? If I seem distracted, I'm making tea. We welcome you from our kitchen. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to start with you, Hettie, and of course you can answer as well, Robert. If you could meet someone famous from the past, who would it be?
Question, is it famous from the past like they aren't famous today?
You know what? This doesn't really tell me, so I'll let you interpret that any way you want to. I'm not sure because the card doesn't really say.
Mine would be Big Mo from Chop and Screw album. That's who I'd.
I'm guessing when it says from the past that might mean that they're dead, but I don't know that it means that.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to meet Robin Williams.
Wow, that would be cool.
That's who I would like to meet. I was very sad to find such a very warm soul. Felt so alone.
Absolutely.
That right there broke my heart. And so, if any famous people ever watch this, especially some of my favorites, Adam Sandler, Bill Murray, Jim Carrey, and Russell Brand. Hell, I know you got buddies, but still. If you need a buddy that ain't worried about nothing, I'm here. I love you.
Y'all are going to both love this one. Because this one is just plain old average, ordinary. Every day. How did your parents choose your name, Hettie?
Well, this is a fun story. It took me until about 19 years old, and hi, I'm almost 31. But to like my name because it is so strange, and I live in Paris, Texas. I've been here forever, and I grew up in Deeport, which is, a little. Back in the day, we had like 700. Suburb is nice. We had like 742 people in my town growing up. Wow. So it was that small, way out in the country, like just 20 minutes away.
When you get to the city of 30,000, you're in the big city.
I know, right? I moved into town in 2012, but Deeport's growing up itself. They just got approved for a Dollar General for next year, which is exciting. But being in such a small town, my family lineage, even though I'm adopted, my great-great-grandmother was one of the founding families of Deeport. Her name is Hettie Thomas.
That's wonderful.
And it's Hettie, and which is a odd spelling, I guess, but whatever. But my mom and dad named me after my great-grandmother.
That's cool.
And which has come full circle in a really neat way, because my youngest son, I have 3 children, and all 3 are boys, and my, Ethan, Jack, and Dewey. And I love you, Ethan, Jack, and Dewey. Mwah! That's my boogers.
What's up, guys?
And they, my youngest son being named Dewey is very strange in this day and age, because, it's 2000 whatever, and it's just not a normal name for modern times. But my great uncle, his name was Dewey. That was my great grandmother's brother. And it was a really nice way to honor both of them, is that my namesake, or that my grandmother's namesake, named her youngest son after her brother. And so that was just a fun way to carry that through. But that's how I got my name.
How cool. Robert, how did you get your name?
My first name was probably named after my uncle, who's passed away. Rest in peace. That's where I got my first name. And then there used to be this club named Robert Allen.
Oh.
So my mom and my dad picked the name Allen for my middle name. And then, of course, my dad's last name was Berry. So there we go. Mr. R&B.
Love it. All right. Now, this is a good one for both of y'all. All right. Hettie, if you could change one thing in the world, what would you change? If you could change one thing in the world, what would you change?
The notoriety of my place in it. And by that, I mean my reach. Because it sounds self-centered as hell. But be that as it may, and be that whatever it is, I feel I give a lot with who I am. I operate in kindness. If I were to have religion, that would be it. Would be a religion of kindness, period. And I feel that just by existing, when I come into the room, I try to help despite myself a lot. And I think the world needs a whole bunch more of that.
It does.
Unobligated aid, really.
Yes.
Like no one wanting anything back. Well, I'm kind of selfish with what I want back whenever I try to help others. I want to know it did help.
Oh,
And I
that's nice.
gain so much happiness. It makes me happy to see that it
Yes.
does help. And so
Yes.
I want that. I'm very needy in that regard. And that right there, that would be the one thing that I would change in this world currently, because it made me the world made me what I am today, being how it is. And so I try to live my life with no regrets, and I currently have none because I like who I am just fine. And that would be the one thing in the world I would change right there, would be the reach that I have, which, internet and everything has made it to where it's a smaller, it's easier to do it. I got
Yes.
friends across the pond. Hey,
Yes.
everybody,
Yes.
but, and friends in other countries. And
Yes.
it's really cool. People I've never met and people that I have, which is fantastic.
Oh, yes.
I got people, a friend of mine named Lacey. She lives over in Europe. I worked with her at the CC's here.
Wow.
And I've been to less than 10 states in America. I've been quite sheltered myself, but if I actually sat and thought about it and my memory didn't fail me, I'd find that I know a lot of people everywhere, just about, and it's really kind of cool.
That is
and
cool.
So that would be one thing I would change, is just the reach that I can have, afforded to me.
Wow.
In the world.
Wow. Robert, what about you? You want to pass on that one?
Yeah, I'll pass on that one.
All right. Next question here. Hettie, what is usually your last thought before you fall asleep?
Probably my children. Probably about my children. And I would have to bet, because I don't ever remember anything well. But I know that that's one thing I'm thinking whenever I go to sleep, to keep all the busy out the day, like all the, I don't know about men, but I do know as a female, a lot of females agree with me on this, that pretty much all of them, that we do a write-down list of tasks that we A, completed, and B, need to do. Worries, this needs to be done, etc., how can I, and all that. Sometimes it keeps people awake when they do so.
Sure.
Thinking about that. But one thing that'll calm my mind is my children.
Absolutely.
What about you?
The last thing on my mind before I go to sleep is how I might be able to help somebody in need of help the very next day. And that's usually on my mind, I say probably 5 times out of 10 every night before I go to sleep.
Oh, I love that. Wow. All right, here's one for both of y'all. All right, Hettie, name one thing that makes you super happy.
That's easy. There's one thing that makes me super happy every day. And I mean, it may just sound like I'm just trying to pander and make it my answer every time, but it's not. I mean, even one can take it and believe it if they want to. I know it's true. That is my kids every day. That brings me out of any kind of sadness, any kind of depression, anything. Isn't the awesome people they are, the fact I played a hand in who they get to be, and the fact that I can still be there. Now, what really sucks is whenever I don't get to see them, or whenever I'm denied seeing them, or something in my life interferes. But in anyone who has ever met me in any of my troubled times, whenever I was, incarcerated and everything, people who, after I got free again and did my time, first thing that most anyone who hasn't seen me in a while will ever ask me is, how are your boys? And that's because they know that's what my world is. That's my reason for being. That's the only reason I've made it this far.
Wow.
And through them, that's just my day.
I wonder if they know what a great mom they've got.
Oh, they love me. They are some mama's boys. I'm here to tell you what.
They are very sweet.
They are. Yeah. They can be little turds, but you know what boys can't. But that is one thing guaranteed every day that makes me happy is my boys. Even when they're driving me nuts. Oh, it's a good kind of crazy. What about you?
I guess one thing that would make me extremely happy is being married to my fiance.
Yes.
What would make me very happy?
I've got to announce to all our viewers out there, these two are going to get married now. Have y'all set a date yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
But the second thing that would make me happy, besides having my wife at my side, is I have a dream of one day becoming the world champion's Magic player. And that if I ever achieve that dream, then I would be extremely happy.
I'm getting into this game too with Magic the Gathering, for all those who don't know, and I'm pretty brutal at it.
Speaking of which, to our viewers out there, there is a video that we uploaded not before last. It's there on my channel, the Rich Vernadeau channel, and it features he and I playing Magic. You don't see our faces, but you see the cards on the table, and we describe what's going on. So it's called Magic the Gathering Game Played, and then you can watch it right there on the Rich Vernadeau channel. So I want to plug that. And I also would like to plug, Hettie, your channel. You have your own channel, Mad Hatter. Tell us about Mad Hatter.
Well, Mad Hatter Hettie is the same person you see on the screen every day, and the same person that, I'm nuts. I tell everybody all day long I'm crazy. I tell everybody all day long I'm retarded. And if anyone doesn't like the words I use, well, they didn't hear exactly what I said, and they are always going to worry about the wrong thing if they're worried about the specific word. Mad Hatter Hettie. I got it on my there's a Facebook Mad Hatter Hettie page. There's a YouTube. I'm trying to get more involved with uploading things to it. It's usually just a point of perspective for my crazy way of function. Because, I don't know about the rest of the youth, because I'm 30, but everyone of my generation, we've come into the generation of diagnosis, really, to where we're all diagnosed with something and all this stuff. So ADHD, things like that, and all that wonderful bag of sick calls it's just a way to label it all, I think. So with my craziness and my perspective, I think that we all think similar, but apparently we all think different. That's what makes it all the same. That's what I tell my kids. But that, we're all the same, and what makes us the same is that we're all different, period. Yeah. And so we all have that same thing in common, so we grow from there. And my Mad Hatter, I like to use it for my perspective, because why not? And to uplift, hopefully. I mean, there's some things like on my Facebook Mad Hatter, it was I did one that was kind of bashing because I can't stand Nancy Grace and her closed down, shut down frame of mind. All right. I think it was something like, I hate your face, Nancy Grace, or something, because I know, right? It was ridiculous. I mean, she had condemned pot smokers or something like that, and was just complete shutdown and lack of open-mindedness. And this was on TV when she did this. And I was like, all right, I can't stand this. Oh my gosh, how are you famous? And how come you have such a voice on a TV that can actually be broadcast to everybody who may not have access to other perspectives and be closed off from a world like I've been? And it didn't fly with me at all, because that was unfair. It's just like propaganda. It's not, you don't do that. Give everyone a chance and give yourself a chance to understand something new. I mean, I think I even called her. I said, I bet you don't worry about all the pills you pop, probably, for all your anxiety and social depression meds or whatever. But you're going to condemn people who smoke something that grows naturally and has been here and doesn't have to be, you don't have to do anything but, light it on fire. God made weed. He don't make mistakes, is the way I feel about it. But with my Mad Hatter, I usually like to make sure it's funny, because in humor you can find acceptance, and everything on this planet can be hilarious. It may be twisted. It might be sick. It might be like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't laugh at this, but you do. And it's freeing, really. I hope it gives freedom. And there was a time whenever I wasn't able to upload or share or anything like that for a while, and I'd already made it and everything. And, man, I actually got a few letters from people I went to school with, and their cousins are like, I kind of got tired of hearing it, because I was kind of mad. I was like, really? That's what you missed? They missed my posts on Facebook. I'm like, that's what you miss. I'm gone and you missed this, really. But I grew on the thought of it, and I thought about it more, and I was like, that's really kind of cool, and Robert was telling me a while back that, he when he's feeling down or something, he'll go and scroll my page and look at my pictures and things I've shared, and it'll bring him out of his mood, which is awesome. I was like, because I don't ever go to anyone's pages and scroll it, because, man, if it finds its way in my feed, I'll see it. Otherwise, I'm not going to place too much importance, because I'm on Facebook, and I'm more worried about seeing you face to face. But I really, that's what I like to use my Mad Hatter for, is to capture my, hyperactive as hell perspective, because I have a very hard time remembering things I've thought, because there's so much up here. Whatever you get coming out, you're lucky to receive, because it's one of the things that make it out.
Well, one of the exciting things about your Mad Hatter YouTube channel is that you've got several videos you're about to upload.
Yeah.
And any of the viewers and any of the new people who subscribe can share those to different Facebook groups or to their friends, or they can share them to whoever, which will increase your views. And that's
which I encourage.
Yes, absolutely.
I always encourage sharing. I mean, you put it up there, so why don't you?
Yes.
It's not like I'm going to get mad. I always get kind of peeved whenever someone, like on my Facebook page, like my friends or whatever, whenever I'm just going through it, when I want to share some of their stuff and I can't, or I do, and they're like, hey, you took, I'm like, you didn't make this and you put it up there, so why can't I share it? It's the internet. It's made to do that.
Well, I think social media should be all about the more the merrier. And I like what Robert's holding up now.
This says,
let your life speak.
Let your life speak. That is wonderful.
That's true. Actions, people. Actions. The words are important. Yes, because words are important.
All right. Now, are you guys ready for a fun one? And this is a fun one.
All right.
All right, Hettie, you go first. If you could choose one food that you could only eat for the next year, what would it be?
For the next year?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that right there would be easy. That's salad.
Okay.
Would you like me to explain why?
Go ahead. And that's healthy, too.
Oh, well, because, you can turn anything into salad. You can make a chicken nugget salad. You can make a pizza salad. All it takes is a whole bunch of pieces of it, chop it up, and you can toss lettuce, and you got a salad. I can make a candy salad. There's pasta salad, potato salad, and then leafy salad.
Wow.
Yeah,
cool.
So I would cheat the system quicker, not have salad all the time. Any kind I wanted to.
All right, Robert, how about you? What could you eat?
I would have to say chicken.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways you can make chicken, and you can put chicken in a lot of different things and say it's from chicken. So I would have to say chicken. I'm a chicken person.
Mine would be a tie, and I'm going to have to say probably pizza or spaghetti. I'd get tired of both after a little while, but I could tolerate pizza or spaghetti probably all year long. I probably could.
If I was to advise you, I would advise pizza.
Mainly
just because I've always loved pizza, and the way I can, I've worked in pizza forever.
I like pizza.
But you can have any kind of pizza. There's dessert pizza. There's pizza. I love pizza.
Okay.
It's so good.
Awesome.
I'm a nut for pizza. I heart pizza.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Okay.
I'm going to do you first, Hettie. Do you collect anything?
I'm a collector of projects.
Okay.
They're all half done. All of them are really not completed, because when they get completed, it's usually a gift. So, it's not, so I won't have it anymore. But I, unfortunately, am a hoarder of projects. But one thing I do like to actually, I've always had them in my life. Back in the day, I lived out in Deport by the fire department on the main street. And there used to be an MCI building. You remember, a telephone, whenever people actually had them?
Yes.
And it was my house, the fire department, and then this MCI building out in Deport, right? And back whenever it was up and booming, and the whole main street had stores and stuff like that. And in their driveway, they used white gravel rock, like big old, rock. And I would go out when, I was very solitary as a child. I didn't have very many friends growing up. I had 3 whenever I graduated high school, actual friends that I still have today. Hey, Marco, Tori, and Twigs. Mwah. But I used to go and dig through the rocks out there in their driveway. And my mom would get kind of mad at me, but I would like to find petrified, seashells and stuff that got caught in there.
Yeah.
And quartz things. And I started learning a lot about that. And so I've always had seashells, things like that, of that nature. Because, I've never been to the ocean except for once as an adult that I can recall. My mom says I did, but if I don't remember it, then it didn't happen. So as far as I'm concerned. And, she said she says, you have so been to the ocean. Whenever you was a baby, we took you there. And I was hiding. They couldn't find me for a minute. And get this is cute, y'all. What happened was is they couldn't find me and they freaked out. Were looking all over the beach for me, right?
Mhm.
And what had happened is I went underneath the car to eat my sandwich.
Hmm.
And so I used to have a speech impediment and I couldn't say my R's. So if I said I went to the fair or that wasn't fair, it would be like that wasn't fail. And which got fixed in 3rd grade, thank goodness. And But they asked me why did I do that. They were freaked out and couldn't find me, and it was because the birds kept stealing my sandwich. Because the birds kept trying to eat my sandwich, and so I went underneath the car so they couldn't get it.
Oh wow!
What about you?
The one thing I collect 2 things. Actually, everybody knows I want to be the world champion one day. I collect magic cards. It's the first and foremost I collect.
Yes,
And I've also developed a fetish for gel pens. Because I'm a beast when I go to do color and artwork with gel pens. So I'm also collecting gel pens.
And I'm fixing to grab my tea and bring it right here, y'all, just to let you know what I'm doing.
All right. And while you're doing that, I will address this question to Robert first. If a genie appeared and gave you 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
First and foremost, I guess I'd wish for immortality. Then I would wish to be rich and happy and famous.
Nothing.
Maybe famous for winning the world championship. My 3rd wish is to be able to have kids. Because I can't have kids, so my 3rd wish would be to be able to have kids.
Let's see. And you, Hettie, if a genie appeared and you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
First wish I would have to wish for is to have, with no pain or side consequences from doing so, a full set of perfect Hettie's mouth-sized dental implants. Complete. I would like my smile to be fixed. For anyone watching who has anything in dentistry, if you want free advertising for the rest of your life and my undying gratitude, we can talk. You shouldn't find a way to get a hold of me. I'm just saying. The second wish would be for more genies so I can have more wishes. And then the 3rd one would be for the genie's freedom, because that's one thing that Ron Williams taught me is that we're all prisoners. So, there's my wish.
All right. I would like for each of you, before we end the video, to make a final shout out to the fans, and if you have any particular topic or comment, or if you have a thought for the day that you'd like for everybody to share, I'd like for each of you to give that to the viewers, your thoughts.
First of all, shout out to all my friends and fans. All my family that also may be watching. Live your life free and to the fullest every day, because life is short and it's too short for you to be mad all the time. Peace out and good night.
Hettie, your final word to the fans?
I want to thank y'all for being a fan. If you are, stay true to you and who you are as well. Feel free to always share whatever you see me in. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to get mad. Why would I get mad about, you liking something? It sounds crazy. Curses. I had a good idea of something to say and it went away. But I don't know. That's probably going to be it for right now. But stay true to you, and we heart your faces. I love you anyway. Check out Mad Hatter Hettie. It doesn't matter. If you want to know something, if you want to ask us anything, I don't know about you, but I'm always open to answer whatever. I'm not going to lie to you. So
the only question is a stupid question.
There is no stupid question.
There is one stupid question.
The one you don't ask. All right, so feel free all the time.
Out.
Fans, you can leave comments after the video on YouTube. You can also go to the Mad Hatter channel on YouTube and leave comments there or ask her questions. And go to Hettie Walters on Facebook too, and you can ask questions there. And again, I want to thank both of them. I want to thank both of you, Hettie Walters and Robert Berry, both stars of not only your own channel, but of my series, Crazy Insane Radio. I want to thank you for being here tonight for the interview.
Well, thank you. All right, everyone. So, I'm going to do something.
All right.
If I can freaking focus.
All right.
Okay, I got one. Let's see here. I got 2 questions for our interviewer today. All right.
All right.
So here we are. All righty. The first question is kind of fun. If you could be someone famous for a week, who would you be?
I could be someone famous for
My
a
question for the fans and viewers is...
We are asking the interviewer. And hang on, he's got to answer. Hang on, wait your turn.
Oh, wow. That is such a toughie. There's so many people that I like. And
Don't take off with that.
so many people that I admire.
You got to ask us in a moment. But you only get a week.
Wow, I could only be that person for 1 week. Oh, hell, what the hell? I'll make it Nick Carter of NSYNC.
Oh, well, look at you.
I'll be Nick Carter for 1 week.
I guess this is for the fans. If you could be one superhero, who would you be?
I want to know, too. And why? If you could, what would, like, one only reason why, if you could be a superhero, any of them, which one and why?
So leave your comment after the video and let
Please
us know
do.
what superhero you'd be.
We're going to go through these. All right, so I got one more question for our interviewer today.
Awesome.
All right, I need a drum roll. What animal is most like your personality?
Oh, that's a good one. But because I had a German Shepherd for 10 years, I instantly think of dog. You know, I think of the dog. That's what comes to my mind, so I'll go with that.
What about you, baby? A
Mine's
wolf?
a wolf.
Yeah.
Wow, he's a little more ruthless than me. See, I'm a German Shepherd, he's a wolf.
Well, mine's a secret. It's a cat.
Oh, that's cool.
She's only got one secret. Just for the fans, she's only got one secret. And I was wondering what that one secret is, okay? And it's really kind of funny and cute at the same time. Her one secret is a cat. And the cat's name is Secret.
Wow.
So that's a good...
We had a lot of
secret for
fun
y'all to-
learning this the
So
other day.
Wow.
That's a secret from us to you.
Mm-hmm.
Again, thank you
Tune
very
in
much.
next time. Maybe I'll show you my secret.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.